Welcome to the Manolo podcast, Ep.2. I'm here with my brother, RJ.
We live, baby. We
Directed
here.
by RJ. Really, I know him at RJG the third. That's how I know him.
They don't know about RJ.
They don't know about RJG, man.
If you know, you know. That was the worst Instagram name.
I fuck with it.
Glad I changed
but I fuck with the new shit, you know what I'm saying? Directed by RJ.
That's me.
Soon to be, not, I won't even say soon to be, but like, you a DJ now.
So like that, DJ RJ. You know
DJ RJ too.
I like music. I've always loved music growing up. So like, and I like DJing. I like setting the mood. I like, controlling the vibe and the energy. So
Nah, that's fine. It's dope to see, because like you just came from, where'd you DJ, in LA or was it Las Vegas?
San Fran.
San Fran?
Yeah.
That was probably your biggest show?
Yeah, I'd say so. Probably. There was another time when I first started DJing where I was able to DJ for Jaylen Brown's all-star party.
Okay.
At one time, I don't know if I told you.
That's fine. You did.
Yeah. Nice.
That's tough. Yeah, man. So, what up, man? Yo, by the way, my guy came an hour late, man.
I'm sorry, bro.
He pulled the 8 boogie on me. He's like, yo, bro, I'm running a little late, man. Like,
see what happened was I was running late, and then by the time I realized I was late, I was already late.
Yeah, I hit him up when he was supposed to be. He talk about, 7 o'clock.
Oh, bad, bro.
Nah, it's all good, bro. I appreciate you stopping by, man.
Of course, bro.
You a busy guy, bro. You a busy guy.
I've been not as busy as lately. I've been chilling a little bit.
Yeah.
Being able to just chill, sit back, get the chess pieces in the right place.
Got you. Always on tour.
But when I get busy, I get busy.
Nah, you be randomly doing shit, bro. Like, I'll be like hitting him up, like, where you at? Yo, bro, I'm in Las Vegas right now, bro. I'm like, yo.
It could get like that sometimes.
Yeah. Nah, that's super tough, bro. That's super tough. What's it called? Yeah, kind of. I just wanted to kind of talk about like your upcoming. You know what I'm saying? Your upbringing as entrepreneur / creative / now DJ. You know what I mean? Like first, like where did you grow up? You know what I mean? Like,
so I grew up in Rockland County. Shout out 845. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in a little town called Spring Valley, and I was born in a Nyack hospital. Grew up in Spring Valley. Eventually, I moved to Haverstraw, where we reside now, when I was about 13-ish.
yeah.
And then I kind of just grew up over here on this side of town, because Spring Valley's over there, Haverstraw's over here.
Yeah.
So we migrated over here, and then I kind of grew up in Haverstraw, you know what I'm saying, from like 13 to becoming like a teenager / adult.
Got you. So yeah, a lot of people know you from both sides. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you made a name for yourself on both sides.
Yeah, in different ways, you know what I'm saying? One side not so better than the next, but you know what I'm saying? Like, kids growing up, you tend to, do whatever.
Have a lot of fun, huh? Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, man. Something that really, like, that I fuck with your story, bro, is just, like, a lot of people wouldn't guess, like, some of the shit you've been through, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, seeing you now and the way you move and you carry yourself, like, if you tell them some of the shit that you've been through, they'd be like, you that ass, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? And I think you wear your experiences very well, like, where you don't let it kind of, like, deter you and, even steer you down the wrong path. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you use that as motivation, some of the stuff that you've been through. And, bro, you're inspiring a lot of people in our city, bro. Just, like, being one of the first to, like, take it to the extent that you have, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When we're gonna get there, to the stuff that you've done, you know what I'm saying? You got a list of things, bro, and I'm super proud to talk about
a little
that.
Resume, still building it as we speak. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, man. One of those things was like how you was a wild child, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I definitely.
You was wilding at a young age. You feel me, bro?
You know what I'm saying? Growing up in Spring Valley, it wasn't. I wouldn't say it was like the worst place to grow up, but there was influence, and the influence was probably not so great at times.
Yeah.
So I had my fair share of just doing a bunch of stupid kid stuff growing up.
Yeah.
Stealing. You know what I'm saying? Nothing too crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wasn't like how these YNs be today. We wasn't strapped.
Nah,
or
you
anything
always say that you wasn't like, you was wilding, but not like to that extent.
Yeah,
where,
the
like,
bad then compared to the bad now when it comes to the youth,
it's completely different.
It's a huge gap. So
yeah,
I just want to make that clear. We wasn't doing none of that crazy stuff, but
But some of the crazy stuff that you were doing, like, got you like caught up with the system and shit like that.
Yeah,
And,
I
like,
was
that's
in the
something that I
system for
didn't know
sure.
till like years later when you like, yeah, bro, I was locked up.
Yeah. So basically, like, being a bad kid back then, they put you on kid probation, which is called PINs.
Yeah.
I forget what the acronym stands for, but that's what it was, PINs. And then basically you're on probation, and then you got a couple more chances to like not f stuff up. You know what I'm saying?
You could curse, man.
Word. All right.
Not fuck shit up.
Not fuck shit up. You know what I'm saying? And of course, I was fucking shit up still, just being on probation. You know what I'm saying? You might as well just put an ankle monitor on me or something. 'Cause
you wasn't learning. You was like, nah,
yeah,
I don't give a fuck about
that
none of
bitch
this
would have went off. I would have been looked at it like it was candy. Like,
Yo.
but kept getting in trouble, with my mom, and eventually that led me to being in a group home / being locked up. You know, call it basically just not a jail because like I wasn't behind bars or anything, but it was just like a put away home for bad kids. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie, you told me some shit the other day about that. That was like a different perspective I didn't hear. Like when you were like, shit, I fake fucked with it.
I
Like,
did.
My mom wasn't taking me to Yankee games.
Whenever I tell this story, I always tell people that like, even though it sounds, oh, you're in a group home, damn, like that must have sucked being away from family, home and stuff. I genuinely fucked with being in that place. It was called LaSalle's in Albany.
Yeah.
And I did a lot of things as a kid there that I wouldn't have done being at home, being on the streets.
Due to your circumstances.
Due to the circle, you know what I'm saying? We didn't grow up and, having shit like that.
Nah, I
you know what
that.
I'm saying? Like, we grew up in the trenches for real. Like, not the trenches, what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Nah, but still, you know what I'm saying?
We from the hood at the end of the day. Like, we didn't grow up like that. No silver spoon, no, you know what I'm saying? Picket fence. Landscape, front yard, you know what I'm saying?
So they gave you some of that experience, you know what I'm saying? It was like I guess like, it had its good and bad.
Yeah, it has its pros and its cons, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, and it's funny because you go there as a kid because you're being bad at home, but I was the most well-behaved kid there, you know what I'm saying? Like, they had a level system. It was like level 1, 2, 3, level 1 being the best, level 3 being the worst. I was always level 1, you know what I'm saying? I might have my slip-ups, be level 3 every now and again, but I was one of the most beloved and most behaved kids there, you know what I'm saying? So being there, they're looking at me like, what's wrong with this guy? Like, clearly he's just at home, he's being bad, he has no problem being here.
Yeah.
There were kids that were bad at home and bad there, you know what I'm saying? Those are the kids that like you gotta watch. For me, I was chill, you know what I'm saying? Just like I had no reason to act the fool there, you know what I'm saying? Like I know where I'm at, and I know that I can't act the fool here anyways. Otherwise, they're gonna extend my time. It's still like jail, you know? What I'm saying?
Yeah. Nah, I get it.
But yeah.
Nah, word. So like, when you got out of that program, or like it was like a program, right?
Yeah, it was school program.
Yeah,
whatever.
like. What did you change? Did you see like the improvement in like the way you carried yourself after that?
So I did 2 terms actually.
So you went back.
I went back.
Nah, he said y'all missed the Yankee game, man.
I
Fuck
went
this
back.
shit. What'd you do the second time?
Basically I was in there for like stealing and shit as a kid, just like going to like Macy's or Target, getting caught stealing there.
Were you stealing things that you needed, or like?
Yeah, I would steal stuff I would need, like.
Or you were doing it for fun, like?
Nah, I would steal stuff I would need, like.
I bet.
I need clothes.
I respect
you know
that.
What I'm
I
saying?
respect that.
I stole me some socks. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
All right.
But that's frowned upon in society. You can't be doing that. So don't do that, man.
Nah.
So
So you stole again.
I stole again, basically, and I got caught, and they sent my ass back. So
and like,
I was like,
you went back to the same place, and then
they
were like, "Yo, bro, what happened?"
Yeah.
And you're like, "Yo, I missed the game."
That place, like kids, like leave and return all the time. So I was one of those cases. So when I came back, it was like I never left. You know what I'm saying? Like, welcome back, bro. Like, they knew me.
Yo, I'm weak as hell.
I was back in there, and it was the same.
Did you learn something the second time that you got out?
I mean, when I got out the second time, it was.
Or did he start to steal like a little bit smarter?
Nah, I kind of chilled out. You know what I'm saying? I was like, there's no way I could do a third term. Like, and this was after the second term, I was approaching high school at that point, like 9th grade. So it's basically time to just try to become a man and start chilling with some females and stuff. So
yeah, you missed out on a lot of things.
I missed out on a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? So after I got out second time, You know, me and my mom, because we had that's really the basis of all that. Me and my mom had a rocky relationship, and it was just hard for us to be around each other. For me as a kid, because I just
was not listening.
would not listen.
Yeah.
So
I hear that.
after I got out, you know, our relationship got a little bit better.
Okay.
And you know, I started going to high school, 9th grade. You know, over here. That's when we was living over here.
Yeah.
In Fieldstone, and then you know that's another chapter that starts at that point. I'm in high school now, trying to fit in the new crowd because that's when I moved from Spring Valley.
Okay.
Because if I stayed in Spring Valley, I would have went to Ramapo. But I had moved out of Spring Valley right before high school.
Gotcha.
My mom had moved us out of Spring Valley.
So then you
Right
went after
before
you got out of that program. Now you went to North Rockland or
Yeah.
Fieldstone. You said right?
Fieldstone, yeah, because that's when 9th grade was in
Okay.
Fieldstone at the time. So I'm in Fieldstone now. New crowd, new kids, new everybody. Basically, I probably knew a couple people.
Yeah, yeah.
Just trying to fit in.
Yeah.
You know, get to know everybody. My phone got stolen one time. I was pissed. I had the Evo. It was an Android. It wasn't an iPhone, but
Damn. They were stealing a lot of phones back in the days, bro. I ain't gonna front.
stealing mad phones.
They was wilding. Now, like, looking back at your, like, upbringing and stuff like that, like, did you know where you were going as far as, like, where you at now? Like, creatively? Like, or did you have different dreams, like, when you were...
At the time?
Yeah.
Like, at that high school?
Yeah, high school, like...
Not really. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think I'd be here where I am right now.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
You ain't know where you was going?
Or nah, not really. I was just happy to like be home. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I guess, and just in a new environment, and I was happy to just figure out my way through high school as a kid.
Got you. So when you graduated, did you go to RCC or?
For like, I dropped out. I dropped out. I just could never remember how long I went to RCC.
Okay.
I can't remember if it was like a month or 2 or 3 or however long.
You were like, school is not for me.
It wasn't for me. I got about.
And when did you pick up a camera? Like, what made you want to buy a camera? Cause I know you had a camera before.
Well, if we rewind all the way back.
Yeah.
I picked up a camera when I was a kid due to my mother just giving me cameras as a kid.
Yeah.
But if we fast forward back up, I picked up a camera. After high school for sure. It was definitely after high school.
Yeah.
I got re-inspired, just like through Instagram and stuff, seeing other photographers shooting in the city and stuff.
Yeah.
So that caused me to, be on the internet, on eBay and stuff, trying to look up cameras to get. I remember the first camera that I bought.
Nikon.
It wasn't Nikon, but it was a film camera.
Oh, okay.
Me thinking it was a digital camera, I'm like, oh, it was a Nikon N80. It was like some old
for real?
film joint. Yeah. And I bought it like, all right, cool, it's lit. I'm about to take pictures, blah, 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 thinking it was digital. So the camera had came in. I still have it, too. I'm pretty sure I still have it, like, in my storage unit or something. The camera had came in, and when I picked it up and looked at the back of it, I'm like, where's the screen? Like, is it in the box? Like,
yeah.
Do I have to slap it on or something? And then as time went on, I realized I bought a film camera. I'm like, fuck, like, what am I supposed to do with this? And at the time, I didn't really know how to navigate with film.
Yeah.
My mom did.
It's not the easy experience as a first camera.
Yeah. So I'm like, fudge, like, I forgot I could curse. I was like, fuck, I gotta fucking figure out, like, what to do now. Like,
Yeah.
So at that point, I had spent my money. I don't know how much it was. But I was working a job at Stop and Shop. So at that point,
That's the last job you ever had.
Yeah, that's the last job I ever had.
Last job you ever
had. So
had.
at that point, to save up again, I was just taking pictures with like my phone and stuff. So
Okay.
I would just like, I would pretend my iPhone 6 was like a legit camera and just go around shooting myself, shooting plants and stuff, streets and roads and weird stuff just to shoot. Like, I was just for the love of it.
Okay, and then you ended up buying the Nikon.
And then I ended up buying an actual digital camera. It cost me like $300.
Okay.
I saved up from the job that I was working at, supermarket, and then I quit. And then once I bought that camera, I started going crazy with that camera. Just going to the city, you know what I'm saying, shooting whatever. And then that led to you guys.
That's when we met.
You know
what I'm saying? Like, I remember I was working at Eastern State and Ed was like...
The tire?
Yeah, the tire spot. You know what I'm saying? My boy Ed is like, yo, what you think about this guy right here? I looked at your Instagram. I'm like, all right, he got good following, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I see that you was already going to the city. Like, yo, this guy was on skyscrapers, like putting his feet out. I thought that was kind of cool. Like, I like that's tough, but you know what I'm saying? He's doing a lot of like it was like
Out of the box.
yeah, it was like a lot of scenic pictures and like city stuff, and it was cool. So I was like, all right, bet, whatever. But like, I was like, yeah, let's see what we could do. Like, but then we forgot about it. Then he brings it up again. No, you hit him up again. You hit up Ed, and then Ed comes up to me randomly, goes, yo, bro, that kid hit me up again, but I don't know, man. I don't think he. I ain't going, my fault. And I was like, then I looked at your Instagram again, and I seen that you continued to like do what you were doing.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah. We gotta link up with him. Like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Because around that time, we was looking into getting some new cameras and stuff like that. And then that's when we linked up with you. And then, bro, the rest was history. We met up one time, and like we looked at each other. It was like, yo, bro, like you
We
part of
locked
the
in.
team now. And like, bro,
Like the Spider-Man being like, yo,
nah, no cap.
you
Us
me and
three
I'm
were
you.
like, yo,
I'm me and you me.
facts.
And me you.
Yo, then finding out that we have like the same birthday and shit like that.
Yeah, that was
Nah,
crazy,
that
too.
is mad funny because like I hit him up. I'm like, yo, I need some flicks for my birthday, bro. That's coming up. He's like, I bet. So now we linked up. I'm taking
When's your
pictures and he
birthday?
goes, so when's your birthday? I'm like, October 8th. He's like, nigga, you lying. I'm like, what you mean? He's like, bro, that's my birthday. So he's like, what the fuck, bro? Then ever since then,
I always
yo.
thought that was like my fault. Cut you off.
Nah, you good.
But I always thought that was like a divine thing.
Nah, it has to be,
between
bro.
me and you, bro, because it's just like it's just crazy. Like me, if y'all don't know, me and this guy got the same exact birthday, same exact day. You know what I'm saying? And you feel me? He's my brother since day one, even though we ain't been knowing each other since day one.
But ever since day one, I'm
but
telling you,
ever
we linked
since
up
day
one
one,
time, bro, and like we've been working
Rocking
together
for
and
life.
just we went crazy. We had a legendary run together. You know what I'm saying?
for sure.
All right, so all right. So one thing that I fucked with you, like when you was like coming up, was like you was like relentless. Like you took a lot of chances. Like you a risk taker. I'm a risk taker. You feel me? So like shit like that inspires me when I meet people that like are going above and beyond, taking risks for their career and the stuff that they love. And like one of the first things you was doing coming up was like sneaking into like the VMAs and like rolling loud. But bro, he was making fake passes and shit like this. Like bro, like
Don't try this at home.
I'm sorry, like I just don't like me personally. Like, I'm a risk taker, but like I wouldn't have it in me to be like, yo, I'm about to impersonate that I work for the VMAs and like just walk up, like, bro. I'm watching this man post on his story like backstage with like fucking all Nicki Minaj, all these famous people, and I'm like, yo, this man is not even supposed to be there, bro. But like he's like, nah, that shit right there really inspired me, bro. Like just seeing like how far you'll go for the stuff that you wanted to do, you know. Tell us more about that, bro. Like I feel like that's so legendary. Like
Yeah, I don't think I've even ever spoke about it, cause at first, I guess I was like ashamed of it.
hell nah. That's super tough.
But looking back in retrospect, it was like it was cool and like
Bro, you were foreshadowing what you were about to go through, cause like for you to like sneak into the VMAs and all these places to get paid to be there, that's just a crazy 360 right there,
I
bro.
snuck in like 2 or 3 years in a row. The first year was 2018. I'll never forget. That wasn't even my plan for the day. I had just had been in the city.
Yeah, you were with like Wavy and like
Yeah, I think I was just shooting, doing something related to, my camera and stuff. And then I had figured out that the VMAs was in town at Radio City Music Hall. So, at the time, that's when I was in the city heavy, kind of being a paparazzi for lack of better terms. But I wasn't a paparazzi. At least I don't like to classify myself as that.
Yeah.
But, I was in the art of, shooting the celebrities, getting the dopest shots, other celebrities to, get my name out there, get some recognition. So whatever. VMAs was in town. They had the red carpet outside of Radio City. So I walked over there. And then, I was just kind of just scouting out the area. And then shout out is Biscuit, Biscuit, right?
Facts.
Me and Biscuit were cool at the time too. So Biscuit was there. So me and him were kind of just like on the same time because he didn't have no in either.
Yeah.
So me and him were kind of just together. At one point we had got like to the red carpet, like the street that it was on because it was outside. So we walking up, scouting out. to make a long story short, eventually Biscuit just hops the barricade and just kind of just starts walking over. So I'm like, all right. He kind of getting in. I'm watching. This is real time. I'm like, yo,
It's like
he's about to get in. And the goal was for us to, like, you know, try to get in. So I'm like, he walks across the street. He kind of just slithers in there. Nobody says nothing to him. I'm like, damn, like, he lit right now. All right, bet. I'm waiting for my chance. Probably like 10, 15 seconds. I hop the fence. Whoop, whoop. Get over there. Did the same exact thing he did. Just kind of slithered in. Mind you, I had a camera, so maybe I kind of look like I belong here. You know what I'm saying?
And you just started getting smarter every year. Like, then you started making the fake passes.
Yeah. And then the second year, I had definitely made a fake pass, and it worked. I had to do so. You know, it wasn't.
Yeah. Like,
want
you gotta really stand on that shit. Like, really try to convince people sometimes.
I had to, like, walk around the whole venue and go from a certain vantage point. You know, people was dubbing me left and right.
If you're a shooter, you understand if you've been in that position of, like, finessing.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, the goal was to just, like, get in, and like nothing could have stopped me from, like, getting in. You know, at those times. I don't know. I just had that fire in me. Like, I need to be here. I need to be at these places. I need to shoot these people. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's, like, the dopest thing about that is, like, how you believe that, yo, I'm supposed to be here. Like, I need to be shooting these people. Like, I'm nice with the camera. You know what I'm saying? To, like, years later, finally being in those positions where, like, you don't have to sneak in. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and then it got to the point where MTV was actually, like, letting me in. Like, they actually gave me legit passes. They were emailing me like, hey, like, we want you to come back. I have the video too. Like, the day that I got the email from MTV, like,
oh, word?
Like, the official email from MTV, I recorded myself. Oh my god, let's go.
Nah, that's super hard.
So I went from sneaking in to MTV actually inviting me to the VMAs. So
nah, that's super tough.
They email me every year now to come to the to the VMAs.
Yo, cornflex. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. So, in case a lot of people don't know, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people in our city do know, like, you're A Boogie's personal photographer. You know what I'm saying? Like, and landing that position is something to be proud of. Just because, like, again, from your background of, like, shooting fucking plants and fucking skyscrapers and fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, sneaking into spots to take pictures. And we actually got to see A Boogie a few times before, like, you became his photographer, and, like, it's crazy. Like, you just don't know where this journey is taking you down. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, boom, you end up being his personal photographer, and it's like, that's super dope, bro. Like, how did that happen?
That happened through Marco, really. Marco,
another
legend
crazy ass guy that don't play. Like, when he puts something in his head, he gon' go, bro. He gon' go.
Marco,
relentless.
Shout out Marco, but that's my brother too. Yeah. He had invited me to tour rehearsals one day for Boogie back in 2023. Yeah, 2022, I want to say. And I had just took pictures for everybody there. You know, the manager, Boogie, you know, some of his friends and stuff, and they had really liked it. The manager had posted them. Yeah. And then Boogie was liking it too. So then the manager had just invited me to come on tour. And the rest was history at that point, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then I went on tour with them. Me and Marco went on tour that year with Boogie. And it was crazy. First tour ever with a major artist, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That was crazy. And then from there, I just built a relationship, showcasing my work, you know, showing people that I deserve to be here. And, you know, you guys don't just...
100%. To hold that position for many years, it shows that you really, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have the work, you know what I'm saying? You got the skills for it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, not only that, it's also about just being a personable individual too. Like, are you a person that people like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Take away what you bring to the table and what you do for the business. Do people like you, period?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to connect. That's like same thing with, like, in any business. Like, you know, I sell clothes, so it's like all my customers, I try to build that type of relationship with them so they can come back, you know? Like, it's more than just the clothes too, you feel me? Like, it's about, like, yo, when I go shop there, like, how do I feel? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you make your customers feel, you know?
How do you connect? You know
100%. So, bro, you definitely, like, and that's not the only room you've been in, bro. You've been in many rooms before that. Like, one of the most randomest shoots that you ever did that I think it would be funny to put like on Instagram is like the fucking piggy and shit.
Oh, it was Piggy.
Like, yo,
Yo,
that picture
honestly,
is so hard, bro. I don't know why. It's just because like it's so
I
random.
hate that picture so much. I don't know what I was like. You would have thought I did 4 fucking Percocets that day. I don't know why. I was looking crazy that day. But
Yo,
I did a shoot. I did a shoot with the Muppets, and I met Miss Piggy. And Miss Piggy is a dude. The
Oh,
voice,
I didn't even know that.
yeah, the voice of Miss Piggy is a
Damn.
dude. It was some white dude.
So then, like, nah, that picture, like, we gotta put it up.
I won't put it up.
Yeah, like,
I
just
look
like,
crazy in the
yo.
pic. Just full disclaimer, but I don't know. Like I said, I probably did 4 perks that day.
Nah, chill. Nah, that's super tough, bro.
That's funny.
I feel like a moment that was like super legendary that made me super proud. Besides, obviously, like you do a lot of things, bro, that inspired me. Like just because like I've seen the beginning of your journey and to where you at now. But one of the moments was, yo, Gunner's over here at the door wilding. Yo, my fault.
Yeah, let him in. Yo,
Nah.
Knock everything down.
One of those moments was when you texted me, say, yo, I just shot Drake and he followed me.
I texted you that day?
Bro, you texted me like at 2 a.m., bro. I was sleeping, so I woke up to that shit. I'm like,
Yeah, I probably
bro,
did.
I woke up like, nah, that is crazy, bro.
Yeah, I remember. I did text you. I remember.
Drake following you is hard. That shit's hard, bro. You feel me? So, like, tell us more about that. Like, how the fuck did you get Drake to follow you on Instagram? And you did a shoot for him, too.
Yeah. So, that was last year. That was crazy. That was at the beginning of last year, too. And, like, that was just, like, a crazy start to my year. But
Yeah.
that happened due to one thing I want to stress that's very important. And just anything in life that you do, the relationships that you have.
Yup.
Because at the end of the day, people see me doing X, Y, and Z, but I wouldn't be able to do half the things that I'm doing if it weren't for the relationships that I've cultivated.
100%. Same
over
here.
the year. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I DM'd Drake and was able to shoot Drake.
On your own.
Yeah,
It's
you know what I'm
like
saying?
a lot of things that we accomplish is you could pinpoint to a person that helped you get there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Or
so-
helped you get to that room. And like you said, bro, that's super important for anybody that's out there that's an upcoming photographer, videographer. It's like it's all about who you know and building great relationships with people. You know what I'm saying? That means like coming through with what you say you're gonna come through with. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people,
that just goes back to me saying, like, do people like you? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you a likable individual? Are you a person that connects with people on a personal level outside of business? You know what I'm saying? But anyways, that was able to happen through my boy Nee and DJ Spade, basically. The Drake story is funny because it was over the course of a weekend. You know what I'm saying? Not everything happened in one night. So basically, I'm gonna try to make it as short and sweet as possible. But basically, I got invited to a Drake party on a Friday night, and I was like, okay, like my boy hit me up. He was like, yo, pull up. We might be with the boy. So I was like, all right, cool. Like it's lit. I might be able to shoot Drake.
Yeah.
So I pull up. I get to the party probably like 12:45, 1-ish. So it was at Zero Bond. For those who don't know, Zero Bond's like an exclusive kind of like club, lounge, kind of. It's like a hospitality group, you know what I'm saying? And, exclusive members only. So your name got to be in a list in order to get up to the party, to the place you got to get to. And when I first got there, my name wasn't on the list. So it probably took, like, I was texting my boy, like, yo, my name's not on the list. He's like, yo, I got you. I'm going to make it happen. But I was probably there for, like, 30, 40 minutes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just, like, damn, like, am I going to get in? Fast forward, name gets on the list. I'm able to get in. So now, get on the elevator, go up to the 4th floor. It's a dark room, but, there's ambiance. There's dim lighting. There's a bar. There's nice couches.
Yeah.
There's hookah smoke in the air, music playing, you know what I'm saying? Just a nice little vibe. But you can't really see anybody. You see everybody, but you can't see anybody, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because it's just so dimly lit.
Yeah.
So, whatever. Eventually, I found my boy that invited me, dap him up. At that point, I'm just chilling. I go to the bar. I think I was drinking at the time. So, I had got me, like, some tequila or something. something light, something to hold me over.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I seen there was a bunch of people in there too. Meek Mill was in there. Drake obviously was in there. A couple other, lit Instagram dudes and stuff like that. So I was taking pictures of those guys, you know what I'm saying? Because they were chilling.
Yeah.
Took a pic of Meek. He had posted it too on his Instagram that day.
Tough.
And taking pictures of like the rest of the people. So Drake was like somewhere in the back smoking hookah, chilling with like two girls. So I'm like, okay, cool. There's Drake over there. Like, word. That's what he, like, you know what I'm saying? The boy, fuck with the boy. But he was in the back. Fast forward, I had a chance to like get a photo of him that night, but like I fumbled. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I hear that.
I kind of like froze up in the moment. There was a moment where I could have gotten it, but I didn't want to like kind of interfere with the conversation, so I kind of just let him walk out.
Yeah.
And I felt like a failure that night because I was like, fuck, like I fucked up my chance. And even the boy who had invited me, he had texted me like, damn. I texted him back. I was like, damn, because he watched the whole thing go down.
Yeah.
Because I was basically
you were
like,
too much in your head and shit about
I
the
was
thing.
too like,
sometimes you just gotta like, fuck it. Just say fuck it, bro.
So that was Friday night. And that night I was pissed. I went back to my car like, fuck. Like I was at home pissed, like everything. Like
yeah.
I was beating myself up. Like, damn, probably didn't get that chance again. So boom, fast forward to the next day, Saturday, my boy texts me again, like, yo, pull up to highlight room, blah, blah, blah.
Not many people get this many chances to get a photo shoot with Drake, bro. Like, he said part 2, all right.
So he was like, yo, pull up to the highlight room. I was like, I bet.
Yeah.
Make a long story short, I didn't get into highlight room.
Yeah.
It was raining that day, too.
Yeah,
and it was like,
I know you was hot.
Yeah, the reason I didn't get in because, like, it was new people that were at the door. And, like,
there was a jacket.
When it comes to New York nightlife, like, it's very political, you know what I'm saying? If you don't know the right person or if you don't have enough clout, like you're just not gonna get into the room. So didn't get into highlight room. It was pouring that night too. I was outside soaked. I was like, whatever, like at least I tried again. Whatever. So at that point, I had just went to another club, got some drinks, and that was my night. So again, went home mad again, beat myself up again. Next day comes, Sunday. My boy texts me again, like, yo, pull up to Zero Bomb.
Part 3.
Part 3.
I'm dead.
He's like, yo, one last chance, pull up to Zero Bomb. Shout out Nee, man, because without Nee, this wouldn't have happened, man. Shout out Nee.
The plug.
The plug, for sure. So he's like, pull up. I'm like, all right, cool. Like, third time's the charm, right? Like, this got to be the time.
Facts.
So I went, this is the same place from Friday. So I went back there on Sunday. Got up to the party. Again, same vibe, same energy, you know what I'm saying? Taking pictures of people, taking pictures of all the girls, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I'm shooting for Nee, too. Like, when I pull up on Nee, like, I take pictures of him. I take pictures of what's going on in the party.
His event type shit.
For his brand, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why he has me pull up, so he can get stuff for his brand.
Word.
But it had got to the point where I went to the bathroom. I went to the bathroom just to, like, freshen up, you know what I'm saying? So I come out the DJ booth, pretend this is the DJ booth.
Yeah.
And, like, when you come out, the DJ booth is right next to the bathroom, like, in the hallway.
Yeah.
So when I had came out, I had, like, saw that Drake was standing right there, like, at the corner of my eye. So I stopped, and I look at it as, like, just, like, a pathway moment. Like, I could either keep going this way and, hello?
Yeah, you good.
Oh, yeah. I thought I was the top one.
Nah,
But I looked at it like a pathway choice. Like, I can either keep going this way and, like, ruin my chance, not get them, maybe get them later tonight, or I could just turn around and be like, yo, just make it happen right now. So that's what I did. I turned around, I pulled up on Drake. I was like, yo, I know you're chilling right now, but when you're ready, like, let's get some photos. You got a good fit on. Like, let's get it. He's like, I bet. I got you. So I turned around. When I turned around, he's like, yo, matter of fact, let's just do it right now because I know I'm going to get too drunk and forget. So I was like, all right, cool. So we went to the back. There was like a hallway where the bathrooms were. We went to the back of the curtains, and then the shoot happened right there. So I did the shoot. I probably took like 20 photos on him or whatever.
Okay.
So I showed the photos to him after we were done. Some girls came over and started distracting him or whatever. But I had pulled up my camera to show him, and then he turned. He was looking at me. He's like, yeah, I need those. So I was like, I bet I'll send them to you. Like, how would you like me to send them to you?
Yeah.
I was like, you want to do Instagram or give me a number? He's like, let's just do it through IG. So I was like, I bet. Pulled out my phone. I showed him my IG. He looked at it. He went to his phone. I saw him typing. I saw my page. and then he just hit the follow button.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, that's gangster.
I already know in that moment you was like, yo, what the
So,
fuck is happening?
And then
right
he
now?
DM'd me right there, and I was like, from there we were just locked in. I was like, good looks, like, you know what I'm saying? And then that was it.
And then y'all followed the conversation the next day.
Yeah, and then
we was like,
maybe we can add it to the vid, you know what I'm saying?
No, I'm gonna add it. The part where Drake says, like, when you send him the pictures and he picks the one that he likes.
Yeah.
What he say?
I forgot what he said. He was like,
he said like he used like a fancy ass word like
I forgot what he
like,
said.
This the one.
He's like, this the one or something.
There was another word for it, but it was hilarious though.
I gotta go back and look.
He just described the picture like
he was like, yo, this is the one. Like, I don't know, it was something funny.
I don't want to say phenomenal, but it was like something like in those words where it's like amazing. Like I don't know, but it was hilarious though. Yeah. Like just.
But shout out Drake, man, super humble dude. You know what I'm saying? I didn't expect it to happen that way, but I honestly manifested that through just like wanting to do that, just thinking about that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just years back, like, yo, I wanted to shoot Drake. I wanted to shoot the Kardashians, you know what I'm saying? I made all that happen. I shot Kim, I shot Kylie, I shot Courtney, I shot Kendall, you know what I'm saying? Like, but that was just due to me dreaming back then, bro, and just like really knowing what I wanted, you know what I'm saying? What I wanted 100%. To do with life, and it could literally be anything, you know? You could be a person that got 300 dogs, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah. And I feel like, you know, once that is in your head and your heart, it's like when that opportunity comes, you're going to execute because that's what you want. You feel me, bro? Like, and
that's nothing but the Lord either, you know what I'm
100%.
saying? That's nothing but God putting me in the right places and being
looking back at a lot of things is like, damn, like you could tell like God really made that happen, you know what I'm saying? Because like, bro, 3 chances to get that shoot, you know what I'm saying? Obviously through great relationship that you had, you know what I'm saying? And then just like, even having that confidence to be like, yo, let's get this, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's fire, you know what I mean, bro? Like
that entire weekend, well, when it comes to just anything, when it comes to challenges that are put in front of my face, I always feel like that's like God being like, yo, how bad do you want it? You know
like, like you gonna show
I'm
up.
I'm gonna here's this, you know what I'm saying? Here's this. Like how bad do you really want it? Exactly. Are you gonna take that extra step? Are you gonna meet me halfway? You know what I'm saying? And whenever I feel like those challenges or opportunities there, I always try to execute and just do the best that I can, bro, because at the end of the day, like, you only get one chance. Well, I got 3 chances, but
not worried. But
you know, that's
you like got one life though, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
And you definitely live like with that message where it's like, yo, it's do or die. I gotta get it done. You know what I'm saying, bro? And that's what I always noticed about you, bro. Like that you're just relentless about the stuff that you want to get done. And that's why, like, man, I'm super proud of just how far you've made it, bro. You know, especially, like you said, bro, coming from Spring Valley, Havy, group homes to fucking, you know what I mean? Bro, it's hard. It's hard. You know what I'm saying? We done put a lot of pain to get to this position. So it's like, you should be proud of yourself, my boy.
Pain
real.
Is the correct word. A lot of pain was put in to get here, bro. And a lot of more pain is still being put in to get to other places.
100%. 100%. Now, like, what's like one of the crazy? I don't even want to say craziest thing, but like, what's a memorable moment like in your journey? Like, what's something that stands out to you?
I probably have to say the Drake moment. I know we just spoke about it, but yeah, that was probably like one of the most craziest things.
Yeah.
That happened to me. As far as like, you know, my career, that's probably like top of the totem pole.
Yeah,
for sure.
That story with the Drake reminded me of like when we were with Kai Sanaa and A-Boogie, like of like how you don't feel good if you don't execute. Like,
oh yeah, that was a big moment for us too.
Yeah, like bro, that feeling of like, nah, I gotta get this shit done.
We did 2 birds with 1 stone that day.
Facts.
That was
Facts.
Boogie and Kai, you know what I'm saying?
A-Boogie and Kai. The Kai one was cool too because like it felt like I failed. You know what I'm saying? Like I gave it to him too early.
Yeah.
And then it's like he's busy. Then it's like for him to like end up going to the trailer and changing, bro, without me telling him, it was like, oh shit, like
wasn't feeling his fit.
Like I'm fucking with this shirt and to wearing it on the stream multiple times is super dope. You know what I mean? It's a sign. You know what I mean? Of like why you don't give up. You know, you got to keep going, bro. Look at that, bro. What if the second time you were like, nah, I'm not going, because you got dubbed the second night for the Drake shit. What if the third night you're like, bro, I don't feel like driving to the city again. Yeah. Fuck this nigga Drake. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm tired. I'm not a groupie. You know what I mean?
I always say 80% of life is just showing up.
Yeah.
So, you know, show up. To make a long story short, it's like when you don't want to go to the gym, but then you eventually just get to the gym, and it's like, half the battle is just showing up. Now you're here, you're just gonna work out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, facts. What's it called? when you do another fucking exhibition, man, like,
I want to do it this year. I want to work on the book. I want to work on like a photo book.
bro,
a
this
book.
guy has so many pictures, like,
I do.
yo,
Got a lot of photos.
so many pictures, bro. I've been telling him, like, yo, bro.
So I want to do a book. I want to take my best work and consolidate it into one big piece of work. That way people can really see the journey. It's easier to see, it's easy to see it like on your phone or like, just on the screen and just knowing me. But like, I want to actually
a physical copy is fire.
Make it tangible and something like you can actually look at and, take in, you know what I'm saying? So I want to work on the book this year and then eventually
Throw an event,
have an art gallery, an exhibit, all the people I know and love, you know what I'm saying? All the people that mess with me all in one building. And, we just appreciate the art, appreciate being around each other and just like network, surround each other with good vibes. That's just like the vision that I have for the party, you know what I'm saying? Good music.
Nah, I see it. I'm
be on the ones and twos, you know what I'm saying?
I'm copping the book, bro. I need that
So
in my spot, you know what I'm saying?
God willing, that happens this year.
Yeah.
I just gotta make the right pieces.
You gotta put in that pain, get it done. You know what I mean?
Put it into the puzzle, you know what I'm saying? Make it all happen. But that's what I plan on doing this year. So look out for that.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Bro, you inspire a lot of people out here, bro. Like, who's some of the people that inspire you to like continue on this journey that you on?
I mean, starting like growing up or like starting out in my journey, I was inspired by Gunner, right? Gunner Stall.
Oh yeah. Bro, I thought you do. I know my dog, bro. Like, I know the way Gunner's inspired. I'm crying.
I am talking about Gunner.
Okay, yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
But he was a big inspiration for me.
Where he at right now? You know?
Not really.
You don't follow his Instagram like that no more?
No, I do. He just doesn't post as much anymore.
Okay.
Back then, he was really heavy on posting. And,
Yeah.
He was basically like the photographer and he had like a distinct look.
Yeah.
And his work was just incredibly dope. So shout out Gunner Stall. He was a big inspiration to me coming up.
Okay.
But I mean, as far like my family inspires me to keep going now, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, and the family that I don't even have, you know what I'm saying? My future family, you know what I'm saying? Because eventually, you want to have kids, you want to have a family, so that inspires me to keep going too. Being able to establish a foundation and a legacy for myself. That way, my kids are gonna be alright. Because I ain't gonna be here forever, obviously.
Yeah.
So when it's all said and done, like I want to make sure that I'm remembered for the right things and. My family would be set too at the end of the day. So that inspires me to keep going.
Yeah.
And just the fear of like being average. Like I don't want to be average in this lifetime. I don't know about anybody else, but I do the things I do because I don't want to be some regular dude that was just like, some fly by night dude that everybody forgot about. I want to be something, you know what I'm saying? So it doesn't even necessarily got to be a person that inspires me. Just the
I guess like that fear.
Yeah.
And I feel like as entrepreneur, we all have that feeling. You know what I'm saying? Of like, yo, like it's in my hand where I take myself. You know what I'm saying? So it's like one of your quotes from back in the day is like, I got nothing else to do but be great. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what else am I supposed to do if it's not this? You know what I'm saying? Like we just lay on my bed. Mm-hmm. I'm good right here.
Not good right here.
I'm good right here.
I'm not good right
I'm
here.
not good right here. Nah, word. Bro, the year just started, bro. Like, and I think this is going to be one of our biggest years, bro. Like, do you feel like that? Like, with all the stuff that you learned, bro? Like, I feel like only people that been in they career, like, for this many years, because, like, what year you in as a photographer? It's like
I started, I'd say, like, 2016.
Yeah, you on your way to almost 10 years now, right?
Yeah, it's like 9 years now.
Yeah. Nah, yeah, bro. When you have that many years under your belt and experience and, like, we're getting older, it's like there's so many things that you know not to do and do. You know what I'm saying? So, like, right now, you're probably moving a little bit more correctly. Like, all right, if I continue on this path doing this, like, I know I'm going to obtain this and get here. But it's, like, enjoying the journey, bro. Like, but do you feel like that? Like,
yeah, I feel like every year gets a little better. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? That's how it should be. So, you know, I definitely got a couple things planned this year, and I'm planning to make this because last year was huge for me. That was probably
Yeah.
like I know
Probably
how
the biggest.
yeah, my biggest for sure. And you know how we always say like 2016 was the best year. You know what I'm saying? But last year, 2024 was my new 2016. Like that was
Why a lot of people say that about their shit? Like you seen like people talking about that like 2016, man.
Yeah,
Something
'cause
about 2016.
2016 was crazy.
It was a legendary year,
That
man.
was when Uzi and Yachty, like that was a good year. X, Kodak, like
Yeah, facts.
that was a good year for P&B, Boogie, even. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? He was going crazy that year. But yeah, I'm
But
looking
yeah.
forward to 2025. The blessings, you know, new relationships, new opportunities, new everything, man. Just taking it to new levels, and continuing on this journey of greatness, trying to achieve, believe. You know what I'm saying? We out here.
Yes, same here, bro. Shit, man. I feel like this year's gonna be big, bro. You know, and I can't wait to see the things that you accomplish. Cause like, again, you're a very sporadic guy, bro. Like you're always just doing random shit. So I already know like there's gonna be more moments where you're gonna be doing more great things. You know what I'm saying? And I'm excited to see that
On a Tuesday.
on a Tuesday. It'd be like that. It'd be like that. And you know, my boy be calling me like, yo, bro, yo, pull up. Need that. You know what I'm saying? Bring the drink. You know what I'm saying? We gon'
Sure.
It's always random. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, I feel like we had a good talk. You know what I'm saying, bro?
We did.
We did.
Yeah. How long is this right now?
It's almost
50 minutes?
Yeah.
50 minutes? We got 10 minutes.
Nah, what's it called? Yeah, we could have went into more details on some things, but I feel like we touched a lot of bases of like just your career and, you know, what's like maybe an advice that you have for like upcoming photographers out there.
Network. Get about the house. Get outside. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Go to events. Go. Hey Ray.
What keys? Damn.
Oh, my keys.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a dip.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying network. You know, be relentless. Show up. Get outside. You know, get to these events. Get to these showcases. These concerts. These label buildings. You know what I'm saying? Stand outside. You might have to be in the cold, but you gotta make it happen. You know what I'm saying? This is the things I was doing. I would have to miss my last bus home just to be at an event, and the event would be done at 3-4 a.m.
Yeah.
and the next bus wouldn't come till 7-8 a.m. So what am I doing for the next 4 hours in 20-degree weather? You know what I'm saying? Like I used to have to go in banks,
Yeah.
like, cause you know, like you
Sheesh.
could go,
Yeah.
you know, to the
Interchange-
ATM.
Yeah.
But they got heat in there, so you know I used to go in there and sleep, legit sleep, put my book bag on the floor,
That is gangster.
use it as a pillow. You know what I'm saying? So you got to make those kind of sacrifices, bro. Like that's the type of shit I was doing coming up,
Motivation
bro.
right there, bro.
That's the type of stuff I was
If you
doing.
think you going hard and you haven't slept inside a bank because you stuck outside, man.
a
working.
Chinese bank at that, shit, that shit was Chinese.
Nah, word. I want to give a shout out to my boy Mox, man, for like giving us a legendary run.
Mox is a huge pivotal moment for us too. Can't forget
100%.
about Mox because Mox introduced us, you know, to the Fabs of the world and the Locks. You know what I'm
Yup.
saying? He put us in those
Uzi.
rooms and on those concert stages. You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah.
was able to further our brand. You know,
Yeah,
through his shows.
We got to experience that together, you know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Like us meeting him and just him giving us that chance, you know what I'm saying? Because like, bro, he's just like, listen, if y'all willing to pull up to Connecticut and work for free, I'm gonna let y'all in.
That's what we did.
And that's what we did, bro. We
We
showed up
smoked
all the time in Connecticut, grinding, bro.
Smoked
but
a
like,
lot of blunts. I was on crutches at one point.
Yup,
It was
still-
gunshots
still
going off.
Shooting.
Gunshots going
Yo,
off. You know
yeah,
what
that
I'm
was
saying?
the Meek show.
A lot going on.
Bro, we done seen so many shit. There was the Chief Keef show where there was like 4 fights in the Chief Keef show.
The G Herbo show.
The G Herbo.
The shots ringing
They
off.
started fucking fighting all the securities
Pepper
of the
spray.
venue.
You know what I'm saying? This life ain't for the weak, man. We been through some shit.
Hell yeah.
We been through some shit. We almost got shot multiple times. When you think
Facts.
about it.
Facts, especially in them rooms where you just like you don't even know who's who and who got what.
Yeah, like straight
You
bullets
just
can
there,
hit
like-
anybody. So I could genuinely say I'll die for this shit. I'll die for this shit.
Nah,
man.
no cap. Yo, 2016, 2017, legendary years, man, for real. What's it called? A lot of people don't know, but like, cause of you was wearing this shirt that said "No More Free Shit," and that was like the shit that inspired me to like hit the drawing board. Like we was like in Texas, and you just had this shirt that said "No More Free Shit" or hoodie.
Funny enough, I don't know if you knew this, but the creator.
You met him again?
No. I'm saying the creator of that, the No More Free Shit. His name was Manny too.
Is what?
His name was Manny.
Are you dead ass?
Yeah.
Oh, you never told me that.
I never
That
told
is
you that.
crazy.
Yeah, his name was Manny.
Like, bro, and that's the thing about like life. It's like you all this it's like all connected. You know what I'm saying? It's like we ended up in Texas. I already had another brand I was working on, but you had that on that you probably supported some guy that had this shit because you felt it, and it was true, bro. No more free shit. I'm jacking that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just kept walking up to you in Texas like randomly, like, yeah, facts. And like, bro, I was like, I was on it because I'm wearing my shit. And I'm like, yo,
Yo, ain't nobody coming up to me telling me my
for
shit
real.
hot.
I'm like, yo, what's going on, bro? Like, something about that, like something about something simple, just written on the shirt. I guess like what I got from that was that humans are nosy and they can't help but to read something on that's on your shirt, or if it's simple to read. And everybody kept walking up to you because it was facts. You know what I'm saying? It was like, yeah, facts. And you like, yeah, word. You know what I'm saying? And I'm over here like, nobody saying shit about my shirt. So I was like, bro, we came back to New York. I'm like, yo, Miller, fuck that brand, nigga. We going back to the drawing board. We need something that everybody could jack. You know what I'm saying? When they read it, calm. And then the rest was history, bro. The rest was history. Was like,
New York was born.
Facts. Yo, what's it called? All right, man, we almost hit that hour mark, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, what is that, 59?
Yeah. I don't know, I'm blind as hell, but bro. Again, I think we might have to do a part 2 after like the end of the year when you do some more crazy shit, you know what I mean? And we just
let's see
bases.
what crazy shit I do this year, and then come back.
You know something I want to do down the line, like I want to start shooting the pod with the same chairs, like in like random ass locations,
like on the beach.
Yeah, like random ass locations where it's
yeah, you gotta do that.
You know, like cater to like the person I'm interviewing. You know what I'm saying? It's like
you gotta do some shit on the beach.
Yeah, that should be hard. That should be hard, right?
You gotta do that.
Yeah, so like
the same
right
exact
now,
setup.
I'm just trying to get. Yeah, it's calm. I'm just trying to get into the rhythm of just like trying to stay consistent doing this. You know what I'm saying? But after I get into a rhythm, that's when I'm gonna start like, all right, bet, let's shoot it this location, let's do it over here, you know. Hopefully I'm getting paid by that time, you know what I'm saying? That's
hell yeah, bro. YouTube money.
Facts. And Manolo Podcast, episode 2. I appreciate y'all.
Yo, we out here,
bro.
man. Thank you for having me, my brother. Support, subscribe, comment, like. You know, it all counts for something, and it's all free. It's all free too.
You need a photo shoot. By the way, he's a videographer too. Like we didn't even touch base into that, but
yo, I do photos, I do videos. You know what I'm saying? I DJ. If you need a DJ for your party,
and you play the piano.
I play the piano. You know what I'm saying? I could do it.
You need me at the wedding. You need him at the wedding. He gonna play the piano for y'all too. Bro.
Yup, I could do a flip. You know what I'm saying? If you need me to flip at your party or something,
gangster.
Hit my line. And you know, that's what we doing, man. We outside the Manolo Podcast.
Yes.